Have you ever slept a full 8 hours and still woke up feeling exhausted? Meanwhile, there are days when you only get 5 hours of sleep and somehow you feel sharper than ever. So here's the frustrating part. After 7 to 8 hours in bed, your body feels heavy. Your mind feels foggy. In the first 10 minutes of the morning, you hit snooze 2, then 3 times. And still, the tiredness doesn't go away. The whole morning feels slower than it should. And then you start to wonder. It's only a difference of 2-3 hours of sleep. So why does it feel completely different? Are you sleeping the wrong way? But here's the thing. It's not your fault. And I used to think the same way you do. Let me explain. Your brain doesn't count hours like a clock. It works in cycles. And if you wake up just 20-30 minutes off the wrong point in that cycle, that groggy feeling can last for hours. So what is this video really about? We're going to take a closer look at how sleep actually works, why sleeping less can sometimes feel better than sleeping longer, and what's quietly deciding how your morning feels. Nothing complicated, but very different from what we've been told. So before we go any further, if this sounds like you, take a second to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Understanding sleep stages. Sleep feels confusing because it isn't one single state. It's made up of different stages, and each one affects how you feel when you wake up. When you first fall asleep, you enter light sleep. This is stage 1 and stage 2. Your breathing slows, your muscles loosen, your brain activity drops. At this stage, waking up isn't that painful. If your alarm goes off, you can get up without feeling destroyed, not energized, but functional. Then sleep goes deeper. Deep sleep begins. This is when your body does its real repair work. Muscles recover. The immune system resets. The brain clears out waste. But here's the catch. If you wake up during deep sleep, everything feels wrong. Your head feels foggy. Your body feels heavy. For the next 20-30 minutes, it can feel like your brain is still offline. After that, usually around 90 minutes into sleep, you enter REM sleep. This is when dreaming happens. Your brain processes emotions and memories. REM is lighter than deep sleep, which means waking up here feels easier. You might feel slightly scattered, but not crushed. The consequence is simple, but important. It's not about how many hours you sleep, it's about which stage you wake up in. Wake up from deep sleep, and even long sleep feels miserable. Wake up near the end of REM, and shorter sleep can feel surprisingly good. That misunderstanding is why so many mornings feel harder than they should. 2. Sleep cycles and timing. Sleep stages don't happen randomly. They repeat in predictable cycles, and timing those cycles changes how rested you feel. Each sleep cycle lasts about 90 minutes. Inside one cycle, your body moves from light sleep into deep sleep, then into REM, before starting over. That's why thinking in cycles works better than thinking in hours. For example, 7.5 hours of sleep equals 5 full cycles. You wake up at the end of a cycle when your body is already moving toward light sleep. But when you sleep 8 hours, you often wake up mid-cycle. That could mean waking up 30 minutes into deep sleep or REM. Your alarm pulls you out before your brain is ready. That's when your body feels heavy and your thoughts feel slow. It's not laziness, it's bad timing. Most people don't fall asleep instantly. It usually takes 10 to 15 minutes. So if you need to wake up at 6 hours, getting into bed around 10 or 15 gives you a better chance of completing 5 full cycles. Miss that window and you wake up in the middle of one instead. The consequence shows up immediately. When timing is right, even 6 hours can feel okay. When timing is wrong, 8 hours can feel terrible. That's why shorter sleep sometimes feels better than longer sleep. 3. What ruins sleep quality? Sleep quality matters more than sleep length. And a few common habits quietly destroy it every night. First is your phone. Scrolling before bed tells your brain to stay alert. The blue light delays melatonin, the sleep hormone. Even if you fall asleep, your sleep stays lighter. You wake up after 7-8 hours feeling like you only rested halfway. That's not rest, that's interruption. Then there's your environment. A room that's too bright, too warm, or too noisy keeps your body from dropping into deep sleep. You spend more time in light stages. You're technically asleep, but your brain never fully shuts down. That's why you wake up tired even without remembering waking up. Caffeine is another one. Coffee after 2 p.m. can still be active at night. You might fall asleep, but your deep sleep gets cut short. The result shows up the next morning as heavy fatigue and slow thinking. Alcohol feels relaxing, but it's a trap. It knocks you out fast, then disrupts REM. You miss the stage where emotions and memories are processed. You wake up anxious and unfocused. And finally, stress. A racing mind fragments sleep into pieces. You wake up multiple times without noticing. The consequence is simple. You didn't sleep poorly because you didn't try. You slept poorly because these blockers stole real recovery. 4. The pre-sleep system. Good sleep doesn't start at bedtime. It starts hours before your head hits the pillow with a system that prepares your brain to shut down. About 2 hours before bed, light matters. Bright rooms signal daytime. Dim lights tell your brain it's safe to slow down and start producing melatonin. Skip this step, and your body stays alert longer than you want. Sleep comes later and lighter. Then comes the 1 hour mark. Screens keep your brain stimulated. Phone, laptop, TV, it all pulls you into thinking mode. Replacing that time with something boring helps more than people expect. Reading, stretching, writing a few lines. It feels small, but it shifts your nervous system. Around 30 minutes before bed, temperature becomes the key. Your body needs to cool down to fall asleep. A warm room keeps you tossing and turning. Most people sleep best between 60 to 67 degrees. That drop tells your body it's time. Right before bed, clear your head. Write everything down. Tasks, worries, random thoughts. This brain dump signals closure. Thinking can stop. If you're not asleep after 20 minutes, get up, do something dull, try again. The consequence is powerful. When your bed equals sleep, and only sleep, falling asleep becomes automatic instead of a nightly struggle. 5. Waking up the right way. Waking up well isn't just about sleep. It's about how your body transitions from sleep to awake, and most people get this part wrong. A loud alarm in a dark room shocks your system. Your body jumps from deep rest to full alert in seconds. Cortisol spikes. Your heart rate jumps. For the next 30-60 minutes, you feel tense, foggy, and irritated. That grogginess isn't weakness. It's your nervous system being forced awake too fast. Light changes everything. Your body is designed to wake up gradually as light increases. When light hits your eyes, melatonin shuts down and cortisol rises naturally. That's a smooth transition. No panic, no shock, just momentum. So timing matters here too. Set your alarm for the end of a sleep cycle, like we talked about earlier. But don't stop there. Add light. If possible, leave your curtains slightly open so morning light enters your room. If that's not an option, a sunrise alarm clock helps. It slowly brightens your room so for 20-30 minutes before your alarm. By the time the sound goes off, your brain is already halfway awake. Getting out of bed feels easier. The consequence is clear. When waking up is gentle instead of aggressive, your energy lasts longer and your morning stops feeling like a fight. 6. The first 10 minutes after waking. The first 10 minutes after waking up quietly set the tone for your entire day. Even though most people ignore them, what you do right away matters. If the first thing you grab is your phone, your brain gets flooded with information before it's ready. Notifications, messages, headlines, cortisol spikes too fast. Your mind feels rushed and scattered. That anxious edge can follow you for hours, even if nothing stressful actually happens. Movement changes that response. Just a little is enough. Stretch your body. Do 10 push-ups. Walk to the window. Get your blood moving. This tells your nervous system it's time to wake up without panic. Energy comes online more smoothly. Light is the next key. Within 30 minutes of waking, your body needs real sunlight. Not through a window, not from a screen. Step outside for 2 minutes. That signal resets your circadian rhythm. Your brain understands. It's daytime now. Melatonin shuts down. Alertness rises naturally. The consequence shows up later. Do this consistently, and you feel more focused during the day. You fall asleep faster at night. After 7 days, mornings feel easier. After a few weeks, sleep becomes more predictable, because when mornings start right, nights take care of themselves. So let's pull it all together. Sleep isn't about pushing for more hours. It's about stages, 90-minute cycles, and timing. We saw why waking up from deep sleep feels heavy, why 7.5 hours can feel better than 8, and how phones, caffeine after 2 p.m., and stress quietly ruin sleep quality. We also talked about building a simple pre-sleep system, waking up with light, and using the first 10 minutes of the morning to set the tone. But here's the thing. You don't need to fix everything at once. Start small. Tonight, try one change. Dim the lights 30 minutes earlier, or step outside for 2 minutes after waking. That's enough to begin. After 7 days, mornings feel lighter. Over time, even 5 to 6 hours done right can beat long, broken sleep. If this helped, gently tap like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and take care of your sleep.